over in the,
Okay.
Old Town.
Annual budget
Only
meeting
reason payment.
back in session from recess. Councilman Thompson substituting for Councilman Schweitzer. All right. I think we'll start with something that was still open, was Adult Protective Services. They start there.
David, in the book, it's in the orange section. It's one of the, it's the second tab, I think.
All right.
So you have contractual services, travel expenses, and office machines still open that you've not made a determination on yet. It looks like travel expenses is up from 2020 budget by 2,000, which they had a zero in.
All right. Any suggestions on these? What you want to get done?
Any thoughts about, Jim, do you have any thoughts about why that would be up? Travel would be,
I think Rob addressed that they didn't have any, they needed to go to some conferences. And they had training that they have to do to maintain, which they had nothing in their, I think that's what it said.
okay. Do you think they really will be traveling in 21? Don't know.
I have no clue.
What? So, what do you want to make all these items?
In 2020.
You have contractual,
Yeah.
travel, and office machines that you've not made a determination on yet. Address some of the other.
Yeah.
Can you see it at all?
See it at all?
Can you turn a little bit more, Calissa?
Well, you can move up to the top.
Okay. What are you thinking, Mike? If they have to go to conferences.
I believe so.
It's okay with me.
Oh, yeah, sure can. Grand. Okay, contractual services at 8. Travel expenses at 2,000. And what else? Office machines at 1,000. Okay.
You okay with that?
It's
Yep.
okay.
Let's take, weights and measures.
And that's in the orange section as well, and it's towards the back of the orange section.
All right, I think that we had $5,000 for training that we were looking at. And the only thing I see is we want to change that from to payroll, from just contractual.
You get both.
Yeah, there you go. 5,000 in contractual, all the other expenses. This is when we have a retirement that both people can be paid to as they're training a new person.
That's what they originally requested, was 5,000 for it to be contractual, but
Yeah,
It
It's
has to
not
go to
eligible.
payroll.
you're not gonna be able to put it in contractual because
yeah.
We'll
They're
have to
not
put
a
it in
contract-
payroll.
if you want to have the ability for them to train somebody, yes, you would have.
Okay, and then we'll take the 5,000 out of contractual and put 0 in there.
And the 800 for office supplies, all right.
I think everything else in there is okay.
Yep. Populate it. Okay. All right. Election board.
Again, this is in the orange, all of these are in the orange section right now.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. On the election board, we're gonna, let's see, we're gonna do, office supplies at 9,000. Computer supplies 27,500. Food 17,500. Legal services 100. Advertising 4,000. Printing 12,000. Equipment rental 5,500.
Advertising is
4,000.
printing,
12,000. Equipment rental 5,500. Official meetings 3,500. And then voting equipment, we're going to defer that and 0 it out for the moment. No election next year. Equipment new, nothing. All other accounts as requested. we're gonna defer that for the moment, for now. Nothing. Equipment, equipment new, nothing. 0 right now. $100. Right.
Let me know when you're ready to move.
Okay.
Jail.
Gonna go back down to
Yeah, let's go. Mr. Fell's here, so we'll just talk about the jail. Okay. To make this budget for the county, for the income, projected income we've got coming in, what have you, it's already been stated that increases in cost of the jail, increases cost of the jail and the courts seem to be the continuing trend for the county. So what I would suggest is I've got we did not advertise for any of these costs to go into correctional rehabilitation of facilities. And that's where I'd like to see some of these costs for the jail be moved to. So that would take an additional appropriation for 2021.
Right.
So if we make adjustments in this budget here, then we get an additional appropriation to cover these costs after January. So we're not reducing them, we are transferring them to another fund.
Makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you showed up.
Yeah.
No, really. I mean, so, okay.
He's gonna read them.
I think that in care to patients and inmates, to reduce that by $325,000. Jail.
Jail.
Jail. This is jail. Let's be careful and get this straight. Reduce it to $75,000. Okay. I believe that that makes sense. Correctional and rehabilitation facilities. We do not have any of those advertised, so I don't believe we can make those things, but that would be my plan. Okay? $45,000 out of the equipment new, and $40,000 out of locks, video, and audio. Is that all right with the
Yes.
committee?
Yes.
Okay. I don't see any problem with that being a consensus amongst the rest of the but that's where there's revenue available to make our county budget. I don't know what the increase in jail expense was this year. Well, it's right here. It's about, it's a little more than that, I think, additional. Adopted was 5.846 and requested is 6.337. So, considerable increase in cost of the jail. We'll put it where we've got some revenue.
I understand that.
County General's not getting any more money in it. So, that makes sense?
Absolutely.
Glad you showed up.
I'm here.
Okay.
So the rest of the accounts, or rest of the accounts,
All right.
are you,
Same as they, and the rest of it as it was requested.
Yeah. Food and the rest. Yeah. I think that these accounts are justifiable out of the correctional rehabilitation facilities without any problem. Well, I wish we'd been a little more proactive and got it published already, but we've been so. Board, travel, okay. Well, Mr. Fell, I think that's about it, other than the,
They're the under.
well, I was gonna handle it as as a payroll item. You're certainly welcome to, I believe the, you guys are on board with 2 additional deputies.
Yes, so Brian. 2 deputies, David.
Yeah, that's.
All right. Well, we're looking at, I think one of our other priorities was, and we're gonna have to handle this out of public safety. It wasn't advertised for a couple dispatchers as well, so in the scheme of things, we're looking at
so,
PSAP, yeah, PSAP. We are looking at, again, courts and safety of the county pretty substantially when in the whole picture. We intend to address the longevity with deputies as well as with county employees, I believe. It's been a collaborative effort. So, the other, let's see, just the sergeant building security, and then state that.
For the sergeant stipend for building security?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
That's a, I'm sorry, are you saying that that's a?
I believe that's what we'll adjust as well.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So, I think it's been discussed amongst all the council members off and on with no. We're having a committee meeting. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. So we have.
I think your mic is on.
Others will move ahead at, I just thought I'd bring them up that, with Mr. Fell while he was here. Okay. Anything else in the jail?
I think what Aaron said the other night. That's it. Is there anything else that you can think of, Mr. Chief Deputy?
From the sheriff's office side or the jail side?
Either one.
The building security positions, any of those ago?
We might have run out of money.
There were two, correct?
That was the request, yeah.
The building security sergeant adjustment. 2 merit officers for the cops agreement. And 14,000 for the sheriff.
I'm thinking that we've got money, and you've got money in the correctional officers. And if you need something, some staffing or something for security, that you can pay for it out of that line.
Okay.
That would suit me.
That makes sense.
Would that suit you, Dave?
Yeah.
Pay for it out of
That money's
the
not
correctional
being
officers that
used
they
to-
didn't spend.
You can't fill that right now.
Jailers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a part-time processor too, correct? Processor.
In the original request, yes.
We've got we just didn't do it. I don't think we're going to do it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. let's see. All right. Okay. Going through my notes here. The auditor we have left, or is that right? One we haven't touched yet? Okay.
On the auditor, are we, have we, if we're not going to do new equipment, then we're not going to do licenses. So we're not going to do the tax system right now. We don't have the money for that at the moment. If we've been advised that we have to do the possibility, we have to do the broadband, for the school corporation. Travel, $4,000. We cannot do that. In professional services, that would be the 141.5. And office furniture, 0 on that at this point. That's where we are at this point. Licenses, we're taking out $60,250 for license. Travel, $4,000. Professional services, taking out. Taking
They
it to
said
the
at
20.
It
Taking
was
it to the
45,
2020.
they said it at 4, what they said. On mine it says requested 4,500.
Okay, so we get that straightened out. Travel expenses
Okay.
at 4,000.
Okay. And professional services, taking out 141.5. Check the travel. 140.
Base of professional services at 141,500.
Oh, you're leaving that, okay.
We're gonna, I think that
Leaving it
a
there,
capital
okay.
plan will move the 60,000 to come
edit.
out of edit.
And 1,500, use the flat funds.
Well, let's see, service agreements at 1,000, yep. Education training at 4. Official meetings at 1,500. Copy machine rental at 46. Repair to equipment 500. All right. Subscriptions 220. Dues at 900. Office supplies at 10,000.
Well, I hope we do. Hope we get it. 60,250. Okay, what you got next?
All right.
You want to do the payroll?
All right. I think that there is a consensus to calculate the payroll at a 3% increase countywide. That okay?
Mm-hmm. It's okay with me. What do you think, David?
Yeah, it's
3%
okay with
across
me.
the board.
Should we vote on that?
Well, you've already voted on it.
We already voted
technically.
on that, technically. All right. And we presented a longevity schedule on Tuesday. On quite a bit of discussion and what have you. I think the percentages, non-percentages and what have you, seems to be that, we could adopt it as presented.
Did you get a copy of that longevity that he devised for the sheriff's department?
Calissa had shown it to me that day, correct? I don't have a copy with me, but she showed me that day, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to adopt that, and it's a pretty generous. I think it's a pretty generous longevity schedule, and you'll have a 3% increase as well.
Sure.
So, be good.
Yep, that's, Derek, when we consider this in budget, you know, we have to consider the whole picture. And again, as costs, I think that, and that's no one's fault, it's nobody's, but the
Yeah.
considerations are pretty hard. But the consideration was to across the county as well, to all the employees. And I think the consensus is we do for the employees what we can. And been many a year when they haven't got any pay raise at all. So that seems to be the emphasis. I think the COP grants was a good thing. The increase in the staffing, it's something. I think it's very important. I think everybody thought it was very important. I think Mr. Loudermilk felt that the dispatch was very important by adding people there. So, and then we've got one other major item to take care of, and I think that again the emphasis is going towards jail, sheriff, and our court system. That's where it's going. And the other employees across county will benefit by a salary increase. And in the middle of a pandemic, why? But everybody's been working hard and working together to make things happen as well. So that's some of our considerations in trying to make the whole budget work.
I understand it's not an easy job, and I appreciate and respect your guys' decisions and definitely your efforts throughout the whole process involving the whole county. So.
Well, I think we've involved the whole county a little more maybe than we have in the last couple of years. A lot of discussion, a lot of feedback, a lot of unique times. It's been a lot of it's been unprecedented. So a lot of uncertainty.
Sure.
We're supposed to, at some point, we have to put a finger down on some of these things and go with it. It's never easy. Yeah, so any rate, that's where we'd like to go. Understand that these are our recommendations from this committee at the council meeting. Is the final vote on October 1st on these recommendations. So but there's a lot of hours have gone into trying to make these things work. A lot of discussion. So, any rate,
Well, I appreciate it.
Derek,
Yes.
I also want to say to you, I know that your guys are you're working harder now. I read the jail log and I see that there are a lot of county arrests and a lot more meth busts, a lot more domestic battery. I know those are hard arrests when you make those. And I hope the court reorganization that we're trying to put together here will alleviate some of that. Those domestic situations, maybe it'll get some help for people. And putting more money into the community by salaries and, the longevity, maybe that will ease some of the burden on the community. I hope it does. I don't, who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? And, this is not going to end on just at a given moment. I think it's going to last quite a while. And so just, you guys be safe out there and we'll do what we can to back you up. We hope to buy equipment this year, but we tried to put the money into the community to help people instead, and I hope to God it does.
Sure.
So,
Well, I appreciate, and again,
all right, kiddo.
I understand all your decisions aren't easy, and there's more than just the sheriff's office to think about, so.
I wanted to get you new uniforms, maybe in a nice mauve or something, but they wouldn't go for it.
I'd take them off.
Thanks for everything.
Absolutely. You guys, anything else from the sheriff's or jail side
We're
you
good.
need from me?
I do.
Yeah.
What I would like to do is maybe go through the numbers for the two positions with you maybe at a later time.
Yep.
And also look at if you talk to your granting agency at all, so we can kind of make sure we coordinate enough for the grant
I'm
match.
assuming we should wait to contact them until obviously after October 1st.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess maybe confirmation that they'll fund
Okay.
a reduced
Two
number,
versus, yeah. Okay, I can do that.
and that way we'll know specifically the grant match to put it.
Okay. Not a problem. Anything else?
I think we're good.
Okay, thank you very much. You guys have a good night.
I'm glad you showed up. Yes.
What do we got now? We need to, yeah, you are.
Which line item am I looking for?
What was in the correctional?
What color is it,
It's
Calista?
blue and it's almost all the way
All
to
the way in the
back.
back. Way back, way back.
Okay. All right. All right, we have. All right. All right. In correctional and rehabilitative, checking with our county attorney, talking. There's program, and was discussed at the August meeting. Not really at the September meeting, but at the August meeting. There seemed to be a consensus to proceed with a program presented to, and there's more than one piece to it, but to is going to necessitate hiring a couple of people, contracting another, some other fees. Do we have a spreadsheet on that at all?
I have,
Proposal presented, the presenters were Public Defender Gretchen Etling and Work Release Center Director
it's in.
Bill Watson. Work Release Therapeutic Services Program. Case management, social worker, contractual services, medical, LPN, counseling psychologist, food, emergency medical, hygiene, clothing, transportation. You need that? Or did you got that? Okay. All right. All right. So, again, this was discussed at the August meeting with the full council at that time. So, with the considerations for the budget and the demands for the programs, and so at this time, I'd like to recommend that we push this forward to the full council for approval in the adoption of the budget.
Okay. Do we need a formal motion for this?
And
Okay, well, I'll second the motion, I
You'll
guess.
make a motion to
To
accept
forward
this?
it to the full council.
You got that? Okay, there you go, Dave. Takes time. It's a big deal.
That's what,
did you make?
Oh, this is what Bill,
Vicky made the motion.
I thought you said.
She said she seconded it. Can I make the motion? All right, I made a motion. I recommend that we adopt that. You seconded it. Okay.
yeah, this was from Bill.
Yes. So all those in favor, by aye? Aye. Okay. All right. Let's see. I have anything else in my notes here? Okay. Do we need to readdress the public defender? Payroll? We have we just move on to the public defenders. Okay. All right. We're going through this pretty well.
Wonder if it's, I don't know how long good the battery is. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Is that Verizon? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Did we do anything to talk about the longevity for all the county employees, a longevity package
We have.
for all county employees, or did we just do it for the sheriffs?
We just talked about the sheriff. It's a package. If you
Okay.
Mr. Thompson, did you have a chance to review it?
Briefly, I don't have a copy of it.
This one.
It's a flashcard.
Got my notes here.
How's it? Right. Just at some point, add. Jailers.
Yeah.
Oh, so we so we take that one,
No, it was, yeah,
add, and
they talked
Yeah.
about that, but then they just wound up with these fees.
then put
Have any amendments? Outside,
So it currently starts at 4 years now, correct?
three,
3.
and it can't be 3 years. 11 months.
Okay. And it stops at 20.
Yes.
looks like what second is it? They put it's jail. We'll have to wait for additional appropriation.
Oh, okay,
But let's just finish this up first.
okay. Excellent, excellent.
What do you think? Is it okay with you?
Yeah, it's better than what it was.
Okay. Didn't
That's a
understand.
pretty substantial cost to the county. I think that it,
What is the increase, do we know?
$431,000. Approximately.
That's with, that's with payroll.
Still haven't been.
Okay.
Not yet. I would say the bulk of it. though.
Not all of it. Yeah, I haven't changed anything. I've talked to several council members and they rolled it around, punched it around, done this, that, and what have you. Yeah, seems to be
I'm gonna hold my breath.
be okay with most of it. You know, I don't. I think that what I gathered from talking to any council members is the importance of employees. Really, I don't know whether the circumstances we're in have emphasized that or what, but that's seems to be where they want to put their emphasis. So,
How do you want it? You want me to give you a motion for payroll increase, or do you want a longevity? What do you want?
You've already done the 3%. You did that several weeks ago.
I want to do it again.
Okay.
All right, well,
How
I
about
think we could-
longevity?
We, are we amending it, changing it? What?
What do we have, a 5%? Did we do a 5, or do I need to amend that, or what do we got on in the record?
Payroll, you already said you were gonna do 3%. You guys made a motion on that, like I said.
Did we make a motion?
Yeah, you and Chris, and we voted on it
Oh, okay.
It's
Well,
about 3 weeks
It's been
ago.
yeah, I know it's been multiple.
in that case, I would like to make a motion for a longevity clause for Vigo County employees based on the schedule that I am going to present to you, beginning with, that begins with, how many years?
2,
2 years, and runs up to 20 years.
25.
25 years. And it starts with $100, with $100 longevity pay for 2 years employment, and at 26 years, the
20.
longevity pay employee will receive $5,000. I think it's a pretty darn good longevity pay. And I hope that it will make the employees understand that we appreciate their hard work and their dedication and their loyalty and their showing up for work and the good job that they do. And I'd like to hear a second,
I'll second.
and I will submit this to someone for enter into the record.
All right, all those by aye?
Aye.
Aye, okay. All right, and we need to make an adjustment to public defender, I believe.
Okay. In order for us to keep our eligibility for reimbursement from the state, for reimbursement for money from the state, we are compelled to move the chief public defender into a full-time position, and I would like to make that motion at this time.
I will second.
Okay, that is a substantial increase in the payroll for the public defender. Again, as listed in their requests here, recommendation from the state of Indiana that you need a dollar amount. Okay. All right. So all those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We'll move that ahead. The other recommendation was, and it was going to change our rating and possibility of not being able to get reimbursement, was the addition of a legal secretary, or I think it had 2 or 3 descriptions of people, at any rate, to take a workload off the actual public defenders.
Okay.
So we need to add a legal secretary at this time, I believe, into the for the county general. Okay.
Okay, I move that we add a legal secretary into the office of the public defender.
I'll second.
Okay. One.
Motion and a second.
All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Okay. All right.
We have to make a group home rate adjustment.
Group homes.
Mhm.
All right. I believe they want a they want to change their fees for their people on their overnight people that are staying their 24-hour shifts. It is a neutral. Supposedly they have the money to fund it. It's supposed to be a neutral transaction. Okay. Group home. Right there it is. Substantial change in that. Let's see. I believe this is at the request of the trying to find the dollar amount here. I think it's from like about $125 to $201.
135.48 to 202.09.
Oh, okay. There we go.
201. It goes 202.
202.09.
Group homes,
Nine.
relief
Oh,
care.
202.09.
Yeah, 135.48's current rate. We want to change it to 202.09.
Okay, I make that motion to adjust the group home overnight shift worker rate to 202.09.
Right.
I second.
Okay. All those by?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Let's see. And also cover court services.
Case manager and social worker, find out if the lit correctional and rehab.
All right. All right. Okay. I think that covers pretty well. We've got I think we've got advertised in correctional rehabilitative. I think we've got that advertised, the correctional officers in both items. And so we could transfer the jail into that item right now, I believe, couldn't we? So we wouldn't have to have an additional appropriation?
Yeah, I know, I just looked at it and it looks like the jailers were advertising both funds.
Okay, so we've advertised funds, so we could use,
Case
We could
manager
go
and
ahead.
social worker.
well, we could go ahead and put the jail expenses that we deleted out of the county general, we could go ahead and put them in there or not? Well, it's, yeah, well, the jailers are gonna come out of the PSAT,
Public safety.
public safety, I
Yeah,
mean,
PSAT.
public safety, sorry, public safety. We take the jail out of the correction and rehabilitation facilities. You've got it advertised in correctional and rehabilitation, you got it advertised in the public safety, both, I think. Yeah. I was just thinking if it's advertised, we could use that revenue because we only need to pay the jail, the correctional facilities once. But so it's advertised both places, right? Okay, all right. So we've got that, so we could just, you guys are all right with that? We could
Sure.
put these 325 for care to inmates, patients, and One was $40,000, I believe, for locks and things, and the other was $45,000 for equipment, new. Yeah,
And then you have care of patients and inmates for 325.
yeah, that's what I started with. So 325, 45, and 40. Yes,
Public safety.
public safety. But I know, I said
It's
that
hard-
too,
it's hard.
Cheryl. I know. We'll take it. We'll take that on. Yeah. All right. Okay. So we'll move that out of the jail and into the public safety
Now, do you want to vote on
or
that?
correctional and rehab. I mean, pardon me. What?
You want to vote on that?
I'll vote on that.
Okay. I move to pay for the correctional rehab, let's say, pay for the locks, video, and audio, and then care for patients in the equipment and
Care to inmates and
care to
patients.
inmates and patients out of public safety.
Okay.
A lot of correctional and rehabilitative.
Correctional and
Correctional and
rehabilitation.
rehab facilities.
Yeah.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right.
All in favor?
All right. That's where we'll
Aye.
put those costs. So I'll by aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. I think we've about got a budget put together. What haven't we covered?
Now, did we
yet?
do the 911 and then, no, did we gotta pay for that? We gotta advertise that in 21, the dispatch.
Let me check, make sure there wasn't.
And deputy director, that's 911, we gotta do that. Never mind, disregard.
That pretty well is, yeah, that's, yeah, yeah. We're firming them up right now.
We did the chief public defender, the legal secretary, group phones. They've not specifically addressed the sheriff, the weights and measures. They've talked about them.
Okay. I can go right down the line here. What we were doing is addressing the ones that we felt like that we could fund. It's been a weird year.
Do you think we know what we're
Thank you,
doing?
Judy. So noted. All right, the Parks Grant Administrator. Very recommendation to, these are all county general. We'll just go right down the line.
Parks is a levy fund, it's not
Oh,
general.
well, excuse me, Parks Levy Fund. Grant Administrator. No position on that. whether you want to add that or not.
That is unemployed.
Yeah. But it's out their levy. Their levy's already going down anyway. I think they're spending more than they're bringing in. I wouldn't recommend it, but whatever.
Do we have a lot of those?
Well, make it clear.
Let's just knock them out.
That's what I would recommend.
I'm not in favor of that. Just what's your vision? A new position, a grant administrator for park? Be a-
It's an entirely new position.
It'd be nice to have, but I don't want to stay. I'd like for them to be able to generate some revenue, like, in some way. Gotta be.
Going into the year, we're going into maybe they pass it up to next year.
Okay. And that motion to deny.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor by aye.
Aye.
Okay. Parks maintenance spec, change in rates for maintenance, to maintenance people.
You're wanting to add overtime hours. I mean, not overtime, part-time.
Part-time hours. Total cost $38,961. Rate $12 an hour. Did the Parks Department didn't use all their money last year, did they? I don't know. We asked for that information, but I don't know what happened. So, okay. Move it ahead favorable, or move it, or turn it down.
You probably need a part-time. It said last year,
It's for 2 positions.
And that's a total for both, correct?
Yeah, he just asked for $12 an hour rate raise.
Technically, it'd be $12.36 now.
12.36, yeah. Now.
I'm gonna say favorable. Maintenance.
I can second that, right?
If you want, go.
I second that.
Okay.
All right. All Okay.
Favorable. Maintenance part-time.
part-time works.
Maintenance spec.
Okay. Motion is seconded. All those by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Park shift the bike park manager. This is an annual request to operating fund to move it out of the non-reverting into the county general. Again, it's been an annual request to ease the
Griffin Park manager.
strain on the county parks levy. It's funded right now out of the non-reverting operating fund, so it just would have to be absorbed by the county general
Parks General.
or parks
Uh,
general.
I make a motion to deny the request.
Second. Any more discussion? All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now we've got shift from grant fund insurance billing clerk for the health department.
You've already said no on that
We already said no on that one when we went through the health fund. Okay. Election board director. There's no election next year. Machines have already been deleted from that line. Strain on expenses. I would move to turn that one down.
Second.
All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed?
Nay.
Okay. Commissioners. Administrative Mr.
administrative assistant. to
Administrative
commissioners.
assistant to commissioners to,
Well, it's an administrative assistant to commissioners administrator. That's what they're,
which is a request to increase that compensation by $17,000 a year.
yes.
Mhm. Okay.
I move to approve.
Okay. Is there a second? Okay. No second. Motion dies. I would move to have this to administrative assistant is going to get pay increase plus a longevity increase as well, just like the rest of the county employees. So I would move to deny this one right now.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any other comment? All in favor by aye? Aye. Opposed?
No vote. It's going to
Boy.
be working for you.
Coordinator compensation adjustment. Human resources. I'm struggling with any of these. Okay. Any comment or anything? Recommendation?
Move to deny.
Second.
All those favor by aye? Okay, move on to the next one, Director Compensation Adjustment, Human Resources. Change in salary by about $22,000.
Move to deny.
Second.
All those in favor by aye? Aye. Let's see, Network Technician to Network Administrator. To change this, we're gonna have to change the WI, the rating number, right?
Well, we already have a network administrator
Okay.
position.
So we just move the person, so, and that's the salary that goes along with that?
Well, you would establish another position and delete the network technician position.
Right. Okay. Okay,
It's already been identified,
all right.
scored.
Well, I'm okay with this one. But I'm just thinking about the thousands of dollars that a couple of these people saved us in this malware thing we had recently. But that's just my opinion.
Same person, just different title, is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, and a $6,000 pay increase.
What they had said was that he does work, the same work that the network administrator does. That's what they said.
Yeah, you got two people working side by side and a $6,000 difference in pay.
Yes. A motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor by aye? Okay, correction officer to jail sergeant. I can't remember the data behind this one, but
Which one we on? Correction officer?
Correction.
I move to
Jail.
approve.
you move to approve? Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. That moves ahead. Merit officer, 7. I believe the recommendation or the consensus of council members is 2. A modification or addition or other opinion on that?
I make a motion to hire 2 new deputies.
2 new merit officers.
I'll second.
Okay, second.
Subject, is it subject to the grant or with or without the grant?
You know, Let's say subject to the grant.
subject to the grant, to hire 2 new merit officers.
Okay,
I'll second.
all right. All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, building security sergeant. Motion to approve that. I'll make that motion to approve that.
I'll second.
Okay, all that by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Building security, 2 additional people. I would make a motion to deny that.
Second.
Motion second, all that by aye. Favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Process server. Okay. This is additional funding. Process servers are in our
Sorry.
in our payroll. Process servers are paid 13 and a quarter. I didn't remember putting that in at 13 and a quarter last year. But at any rate, the
For clarification, the salary ordinance does not allow for 13.
okay,
It's not listed in those,
so
but that's what they're being paid at.
we need to address that in the salary ordinance if we're going to stay with that. Not at all. Well, then that's what we need to.
They're listed as all other.
Okay. Okay. Well, process servers are usually paid out of fees collected, aren't they? And they're running short of fees. I'm sure. I think that we had had been identified before. So you think we could get process servers for $20 an hour?
Probably.
Well, I'm just saying, if there's the need, that's what the need is. I'm just trying to figure out. I knew a process server, and I don't think physically you can manage it anymore. So I know they're down 1.
Should we pump it up? Pump it up.
Yeah, I need to.
16.
We
What do
can
you think
address,
about
we can approve
cranking it up?
this, and we can go to the salary ordinance and address it if you want to.
Why don't we pump it up?
Well, we can't. We're not talking about salary ordinance right now.
No, I mean the process server, we can crank that up.
Okay. All right.
And what
So-
are you gonna do about the rest of it?
Just process server.
Okay.
I mean, that's under, that's laughable. It's not laughable, it's cryable.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You know, put
Um,
$3 on it?
Well, we got to address that additional on the salary ordinance.
Yeah, but we can't do that right now.
No, So you just either approve this amount or don't approve it.
Okay. I'm not gonna approve it.
Oh, okay,
I make a motion to deny.
okay.
You want to second that, and then we'll get this
Then we
first of the
readdress the, pay.
salary ordinance. Mhm.
I'll second.
Okay, all that by aye?
Aye.
Longevity has been addressed, I believe.
Mhm.
Detention officers for the juvenile center corporals. I think the juvenile center was presented and shift supervisors was presented. The senior sergeant was presented by the juvenile center. Any comment on any of them? Any motion?
Okay, on detention officers to corporals, I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motioned and seconded.
Mhm.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Shift supervisors for compensation, juvenile center.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motioned and seconded. All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Nay. Senior sergeant.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motioned and seconded. All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Nay. Okay, voter registration part-time. Have we not addressed that? We have not?
No, not yet.
Not in the,
This is the voter registration budget, not the election board budget.
and they're requesting 30,151 for part-time help. Okay. I would move this ahead favorably and make a motion to accept this.
Second.
Any other comment? All those by aye?
Aye.
Okay. Weights and measures, EMA overtime. EMA overtime requested.
EMA,
Uh-huh.
motion to deny.
Second. Any more comment? All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Adult probation.
You already voted.
Voted on
No
that.
deliberation.
Courts. All right, courts, social worker, therapist. My thinking is that, now just mine, court services that it seems that we put a pretty good emphasis towards some managing things. I know,
They're the ones for the courts and not Bill White.
right. But courts have veterans court, they have drug court, which looks like it will need additional funding as well. And then I know they got a request for pretrial screeners, which I think has been working pretty well. So there's two items there. One would be social work or therapist. And
Can you scroll that down, please?
Oh, sorry.
any comment?
Let's see.
What fund does this come from?
Courts, county general.
County General.
Bill's programs, the Port Service down.
Four seven.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not,
You lose the time.
you know, I don't know where the beginning and the ending is. Again, we've got some demands on the courts. Additional requests on about everything here, and additional costs. You know, I don't know. I don't know whether it's going to work or not. But like I say, I think that the county has made an investment in trying to improve courts and work with people in the court within the judicial system. Pretrial screeners were added last year. In the line below, they're looking for an additional one. I guess they've got so many caseloads, whatever, that they're handling. Courts seem to indicate that is a successful program. Saving some time. So I think the request was for 6 originally, wasn't there, pretrial screeners? We have 4 now,
yes. So,
2 by
no,
grant.
we have 3 now. We have 2 by grant and 1 by.
We have 3 right now. So, you know, I would make a motion to deny. That's my motion. Social worker, therapist. No second. Motion denied. Motion's drop. Fails.
I make a motion to approve.
A second.
Motion did second. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. That's
Social
a social
worker,
worker
therapist.
therapist. Pretrial screener. We were talking about both of them at the same time. I was. I was talking about both of them. So this would be the 4th pretrial screener.
So,
And I think 2 of these are on grant right now. So when the grant goes off, we're going to be liable for them. Away they go. At some point.
Where does the grant go right now?
Not off the top of my head.
I think like soon. Immediate.
Soon. Make a motion to deny.
Second. All those in favor by aye? Aye. Opposed?
No.
Goes ahead 2-1. Okay. Public
we're
defender.
down both.
Public
Done
defender.
Public defender.
Group homes. Dispatchers.
Not voted on this, but
We haven't voted on.
I don't have anything right
dispatchers. Okay, this was one item that seemed to be explained a few meetings ago by Councilman Loudermilk, I think. I think this was to come out of the PSAP, 2 additional dispatchers and a deputy director. I think that the consensus was favorable at that time. So,
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
all those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Okay, and then we have a deputy director, so that would entail a change. And again, I think that was explained in depth that, so, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I believe that is all of them. Court services, case manager, social worker on. That's what we addressed when we started this. Okay. We should take care of personnel requests for the 2021 budget. Okay. I have nothing else, I believe. We've covered a lot of ground and made some decisions.
Community crossing and edit, take a look at how much money we got in that. Can we do that?
Then cut
We
it
need
out.
to move some, huh?
Cut it out.
You
Cut
know,
it out to wait to see if they
It
get
doesn't
a
make any
grant.
difference one way or the other on the, if we don't get the crossings, it matches, right? Well, I know that. You're saying, where's it going if we don't?
Turn
I
your
know.
mic on.
Yeah, if you don't get it, it stays there.
Yeah, so if you got it,
It was $1 million, right?
if you get the grant,
Well, the
match,
grant,
it moves to the community crossing
the
fund.
grant could be $836,000 or $125,000 or whatever.
And the remainder would just sit and add it.
What if we had as long as we had the funds in the edit, as long as we had a balance, if something else like, that needed a match for something quickly, or say, God forbid, we had another virus or something in our computers to pay for, and the only place we could pull the money was from edit, we would have money for that though still, right?
Well, yeah, to whatever balance you got left in edit, at any given time.
Well,
When we were in one of the prior meetings, I
But
thought it
my-
was the recommendation of your office not to fund community crossing grants until they were awarded the grant.
No, it wasn't me. Because I think, that's an opportunity, that's money, that'll make you money. You don't often get the chance to double your money on.
I think that all those, the way I understand it, worked through all of them. We've had a good balance in our edit. It's been money well spent. Don't think there's any denying that. I was just wondering why we needed that. My question is why we needed to put it in the budget before we got the grant. They might, they may, I don't know. Yeah, that's what, that was my comment at the time, yeah. And that's the way we'd done it previously when we got in the grant. We just allocated the matching.
But
No.
the upside of putting it in the edit fund is,
It's ready to go. We're, there's really no downside to it if you don't spend it, or if you don't get a grant, or it's a lesser amount, it stays there.
no
but you're-
harm, no foul. So otherwise, where is it?
It's funds in, that are unappropriated, it's like your cash balance. It's your operating balance.
And that's why we've got a big
Well,
operating balance.
We're gonna spend it if we get a grant. I mean, there's a 99.9% if we get a community crossing grant, we're gonna match it, correct? We're not gonna turn down that money.
But what I'm saying is, you're ready to go. I mean, that's what this budgeting process is for. And it'll save you some committee meetings and us time, and if it's there, I mean, if you've got it in the budget,
Right, I understand.
you're ready. And if you don't get the grant, it's not gonna get spent.
Well, that's what I mean. The only downside I was trying to figure out is if we come up with some kind of a project and it requires, we've been able to, and I think
In that case, if you come up with an alternative project
Right.
that you would rather use it on, it just then takes a transfer.
all right. I'd entertain a motion to reinstate that into the edit.
To reinstate it into,
Yeah, it was $1 million.
into edit,
Yes.
so moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Okay. Reinstated $1 million for the community crossing matching grant and edit. Done. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, do we need to set any meeting of the Budget Committee before we meet on the 1st of October? Or do we want to just leave it in recess?
I would like to recess until, I believe, Wednesday of next week at 4 o'clock to address the,
Whatever we need to address?
yeah, clean it up. I think we've got about everything that I had in my
Is that okay
notes.
with you? Okay.
We've addressed personnel, we've addressed all the jail, we've addressed edit, we've addressed expenses. I would,
Okay, 4 o'clock Wednesday.
And 4 o'clock what?
Wednesday, the 20th.
that right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I have the right date.
Okay. Meeting in recess till Wednesday, 23rd.
Please.